Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and dinosaurs. This is the ultimate review of Matchbox Jurassic World / Jurassic Park stuff for 2022. This will be part number 1. There is going to be 2 parts. There's a lot to cover. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the models, compare them. We're going to pull out all the existing ones from the first run of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World that they did. Compare them, see if there's anything different, and kind of go from there. We're going to kick it off with this particular pack here. This is for Jurassic World Dominion. It is called Total Terrain Adventures. We will compare everything. The only model that we are not going to compare is the Gyrosphere, because the Gyrosphere has never changed. It's been the same forever, but we will showcase everything else. So we'll go ahead and pull this guy open. Get the cardboard off of there. It's kind of a weird setup, I do admit, but there's going to be like 50 vehicles out here, so we're just going to have to kind of deal with it. Take a look at our first pack here. We're just going to start from the top. This does come with the Jeep Wrangler number 18. This is the clean version. Kind of the kind of a wrinkle finish to the weird kind of grayish brown kind of color that they have there. I think it looks pretty decent though. It looks pretty good. This one dated, let's see on here, R13. So we've seen that one before. This is one of the previous ones we've seen. This one right here is dated in 15 or in 13, in 15, one of the two right there. One of these was the original version. One of these, I believe, came out in the Jeep set that was available at Walmart. But we saw another one as well. That's this one. In the same deco, you see that one is dated P52. So we're getting older. So this is probably the original release. But yes, we got yet another one. Yes, another one. Take a look at the bottom here. This one is dated L05. So this has been released bazillions of times. So L05, this should be the original version right here, the actual OG version. This is our brand new version here. I mean, there's not going to be anything different. You'll see that the print is different on the Jurassic Park, just the way that the print is in there. But they're both, the same colors. They got the same wheels on there, same deco, same finish. Does have some red print around the windshield, which is okay. See, they are both numbered JP18. Nothing different on the back. Base deets from the original to the current one. There are no changes to the base either. So, a little bit of a bleh. The rest of these, they're all the exact same too. So, just a lot of the same-o, same-o, same-o. They've released the same thing over and over and over again. You see, there's quite a few shade differences between the two, but that's all you're going to get. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take our existing ones. So, this will be our brand new one, which is R13, R15. We're going to put our original ones back here, which is kind of far away from me. So we just got to make some space. So we'll put those guys there, and then of course we'll put that there because that's our new version. And then we'll get to our little dinosaur here, our Velociraptor. This one in a gray with some blue print on it. Does have print for the eyes in there. It's a pretty good mold. So it's a little bit of print on the bottom. It says Mattel, little foothold there so that it can stay on something and not move. But we'll put him in the back as well. Get him kind of showcased up there. Moving on to the next one. This is the kind of 6x6 creature catcher vehicle, I guess you can call it. It does have a darker brown base, or lighter brown base, darker brown interior, and then the blue cab, which is the mud splatter on it for dirtiness. This does have a removable piece off the back here, so I guess you could put a dinosaur in there and then maybe clip it on there. It's kind of rudimentary. It's kind of rudimentary, but the good thing is this is a brand spanking new version. This version has not been released. However, it was similar. So this is the original release of the blue one, which is on the top. See, the deco not only is different with the numbers and the pterodactyl on the side, is you know, it's just a completely different deco. They have different bases, different colors, all that good stuff like that. So very, very, very happy for that. This original one in blue, dated L45. That's pretty good. So we'll throw him up there. Now we're going to kind of branch a little bit. We're going to bring in a couple of the singles. So this one was released in the single. This one called the Off-Road Rescue Rig, I guess is what they call it. So this is a reissue of the original deco, which is this one. That was the original release of this particular deco. So let's go ahead and take this guy out. Pop him out of the blister. There is our reissue. Of course, it still has the removable part on the back in kind of a nougat color. So that looks okay. This is a matte finish to the kind of bluish steel blue color. So we'll bring in our original one. Put that guy on the top. You see it does have the same deco on the same colors and stuff like that. Same wheels. Same base colors. The nougat's a little bit darker on the one on the bottom. You'll see that the cab is also a little bit darker on the original one. So there are some shade differences between the two of these. Again, you know, not going to be anything different on the bases, unlikely. R22 is the base for this new one. So that is what it is. So L09, that is our original. Put that guy up there. This is our new one. We'll put there. We also have the brand spanking new deco one we just saw. We'll put him down there as well. And then one that I forgot to bring in, I do apologize. There was a number 18 on single card. So we'll just go ahead and crack open that one. Pull him out the blister. This is the one on the top that was released in the 5-pack. And then, of course, the single is at the bottom. There is a significant shade difference between the finish of the colors. The main colors, but the prints and stuff on the side are all the same. So a whole lot of just repetitiveness over and over and over. Again, top one is from the 5-pack. Bottom one is from the single pack. Bottom one was made about 3 or so months after the previous one. So very interesting on the timeline of the builds. So we'll put those guys there. We're just going to keep rolling, guys. We have a ton of stuff to get to. All right, number 10. So this is JP number 10, the Wrangler number 10. Wrangler number 10 has always come with the tool rack in the back. This one is the particularly dirty version with the mud and stuff like that. We have seen that version before, which is right here. This one was dated H26, so that was when this one came out. There's probably going to be some differences in the mud splatter, but probably not much. The original is on the top. You see that the mud splatter is faithful between the two, although the interiors are definitely different gray colors for sure. Quite significant change between the grays for sure. Looking at the decos on the side here, it's just quality of prints. It's just quality of prints. You'll see the red stripes a little bit darker on the top one than the bottom one, but they both have that kind of chrome red foil print for the wheels. And then, of course, the toolboxes are the same color, and then they both have red paint around the windshields. So, very interesting. So, we'll put our original up here, put our new guy down here, and this is the other version. This is the other version that JP number 10 came with. It's just clean with no mud splatters. So, that one's much, much better. That one dated H27, or I'm sorry, M27. So the original Jurassic Park stuff was quite some time ago. And then, of course, this is the Gyrosphere, which has never, ever changed. It's been the exact same blue, although there was a battle damage one that had kind of a crack print on it to look like it was battle damaged. But it is just weighted in there. So no matter how you turn this, it always stays level. Just nothing fancy about that. There is another one here. This is the single one. I don't know if I can show this. It's kind of difficult to get it without spinning, but there is the new one right there. R13 is the day code. It does have its own deets on the bottom. We'll pull open our other Gyrosphere. Pull this guy out. See if I can get this one to cooperate as well. So R38 again. you know, several months later. It's the exact same though. There's just nothing different. It's very, very interesting that it just stays completely level. So we'll throw our 2 Gyrospheres out there. And yes, I promise I won't do this again for the rest of the video. I did forget one more. This was the battle damage version of that rescue rig. It had just some other dirty splatter on it, and then some scrapes and stuff, like it was attacked by a dinosaur. It was okay. I mean, it was a thing. At least we got a different deco on it. Can't really complain about that. So we'll throw that guy up there. And then, of course, there was the dirty number 10 in the single pack. Again, just repetitive over and over and over. So we're going to get this one hopefully out of the blister. There we go. Okay. Again, just the same old, same old. This is our one from the 5-pack. So they are the same. Nothing doing. So just adding more fuel to the fire, I guess you can say. So we're already up to quite a few vehicles for just looking through one single 5-pack. Now, I want to showcase something very interesting, and we're going to kind of take a break for 1 second. So these are the ones that I pulled from the case. You guys probably saw me crack the case. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I'll probably link that at the end of the video. So this is Jeep Wrangler number 29. We will go over this. This will be in another 5-pack, I believe. But this one above it, that is number 10. See that? That is JP number 10 in dirtiness. Now, this one has never been released with the roll cage. Never, ever been released with the roll cage. Number 10 has always come with the toolbox. It's always come with the toolbox. But somehow this painted body managed to get itself mated with the roll cage. And you can see here on the card art, it is number 29. It's supposed to be number 29. This could be a 1 of 1. I don't know. I don't know. But if I don't know, what happened is when we get to the rest of this in part 2, I'll probably crack it. And we'll just go from there. But very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm actually going to post that to my Instagram too. So I'd like to hear everybody's feedback on that one for sure. But we'll keep moving. Keep rolling. We got so much stuff to cover. It's just ridiculous. Next 5-pack we're going to take a look at. This is Land and Air Team. This one has a very, very nice selection of stuff in it. These are 2 brand new castings in new colors compared to the singles. And then that is Jurassic Park Explorer number 4 at the bottom. So we'll go ahead and get this cracked open. I'm going to open a little bit better. So this is that new helicopter thing. It does say Biosyn on the side. Does, you know, blade rotates. It doesn't rotate all that well, but it does rotate. The side pods are plastic. The center part is metal, and then, of course, it does have a plastic part for the cockpit. The base is metal as well. So where all this black you see down here is also metal, which is pretty nice. It does say Mattel and then Thailand on the side. See that in the plastic R28. So very interesting. It's a cool helicopter. It's just really, really tiny. We do get one in a single pack as well, which is this one here. Obviously, I think it goes without saying that there will be no differences between the two. Struggling to get these blisters open today, by the way. So we'll get this out of there. That one looks pretty good. Again, they're just going to be exactly the same, though. They both say Biosyn on the side. Both have the same print. Both done up exactly the same. They are the exact same functionality. So no difference between the two, although this one is R28 and this one is R31. Very difficult to hold these. So there are your base codes. So just a couple weeks apart. Not too bad. We'll just put those guys over there. Since they're both technically new, although one of them will go on the wayside. This is our pterodactyl, which is printed up pretty good. Does have really nice print for the wings. Different color for the kind of head and beak area. That looks pretty cool. Very eye-catching for sure. Again, more Mattel stuff on the bottom. Making sure people don't steal their wrath of their dinosaurs. So we'll just put him with the flyers maybe. Like right there. All right, this next casting is brand spanking new. This is the MBX Capture Action Truck. This is a brand new casting made specifically for the Jurassic Park line. Although it may make its way to the main line, who knows, sometime. But we'll see. This one is in a different color from the single pack. It's a pretty cool casting, I think. It's pretty straightforward. It didn't have any moving features or anything like that. There's no interior. It's just the way it's assembled. Of course, it is made so you can put a dinosaur down in there, kind of give it some play value. Other than that, it's a cool off-roader. The decals look pretty good on it. It's just a couple of pieces. There is the base deets. It is Matchbox 1273 is the man code number. This particular one is R28 in the various browns. This is the one that comes in single card. This one looks a little bit better in my opinion. Get this guy. Blisters just don't want to open today. Just don't want to open today. All right, here is the deco on this one. It looks like they are the exact same deco, just different colors between the two. It does have some red ring on the wheels on the bottom one, which is the single pack. So they are exactly a recolor, exactly what you'd expect from a recolor, which I think is fine. It looks pretty good. Very interesting casting for sure. This actually supposed to be like a light bar on the top, but it doesn't quite turn out that way. So put those two guys there. Next one up, another brand new casting. This is the Jeep Wrangler. This one is a pretty fancy one. Looks pretty good. Definitely done up specifically for Jurassic Park. Although I really hope we can see this one in the main line in the future. Taking a look at the base deets. There you go, man number 1272. So Jeep Gladiator right there on the back. It does have that new off-road wheel. Looks really, really good. Kind of a dark tan metallic. And then, of course, we do have the single pack, which is the exact same casting. Kind of the same deco as the creature catcher truck we just looked at. This one looks a little bit more eye-catching, though. It's kind of a little bit more appealing, I guess you can say. Definitely looks like something you'd see chasing around the jungle. Looks pretty good. There's a lot of nice deco on the side. No front or rear decos on it, but that's perfectly fine. Again, this is going to be exactly like the other one, just a exact recolor, exact same details, exact same features, all that good stuff like that. Looks good. Looks good. I definitely like that casting. I think it's pretty good. So we'll throw that there. All right, next one up. This is the Explorer number 4. See there, Explorer on the back. This is the Muddy number 4. Now, I do not have a clean number 4, so I do not know if that was ever released. However, there was some Jurassic stuff at the very end of the original release years ago that didn't really hit the US. So on the top here is the original version of the Jurassic Park number 4. Again, same deco, but you'll see that they used a completely different style of print for the mud. The one on the top is a little bit more, I guess, natural looking, and then the one on the bottom you can tell is totally just computer generated mud, splattered on there. So I like that. I like that there's difference there. Same deets on the other side. Again, number 1, or the first one on the top, and then of course the reissue there at the bottom. Take a look at our base deets. This Explorer has one of the most basic bases ever. So the original one on the top dated L21, the one on the bottom dated R28. So that's looking pretty good. So we'll put the original up there. We'll put our new guy down here. All right, moving on to the next 5-pack. Yes, there's a lot. This one is Terra Travel Squad. This one is pretty cool. I just particularly like this dinosaur. That looks pretty cool. So we're just going to go ahead and get this open. Keep it rolling. Get that pop. There we go. All right, we're going to kick off the first one here. This is the, kind of a cage rescue truck. It does have a removable cage off the back, if I remember how to take this off. There we go. So it hooks into the front and then into the back. There's a little lip just right in the front. And then you just snap it in the back. So that looks pretty cool. I thought this casting was always interesting. Again, no interior because it does have a removable piece on it. R28 is the base coat. The original release of this one is right here. This one is dated L13. So this is the original release. Of course, these ones are exactly the same. I mean, the colors are exact. It's just ridiculous how good these ones are. It's just exact. Same wheels, same color on the wheels as well. Just unfortunate, same number on the side. So, and then of course, taking a look at the base deets. There were no changes to the base, as you can tell, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is, so we'll put him up there. And yes, he does fit in the jammer cases. Then we got a reissue of this. I do believe this came out in the very first batch of Jurassic Park stuff, which I have already reviewed. That is dated P51, so that indeed did come out at the very, very end of 2021 into 2022. Those came in all those floor shipper displays at Walmart. Again, unfortunately, just the exact same. You see that the one on the top does have a little bit of an orange peel kind of finish to the paint, but it is the exact same color. So, again, just an unfortunate reissue. And then, of course, we did get a battle damage one, which was nice. We got some difference to it. So just a little bit of mud on there and a little bit of scrapes and stuff like that to simulate battle damage. But it really wasn't that big a deal. But some's different. We'll take what's different. So we'll throw that down there. All right, we'll get our next dinosaur out of here. I have no idea what this is called. But it looks really, really good. Very nice metallic paint, which is kind of cool. This is a very interesting looking dinosaur. Looks like it has feathers and stuff, which is kind of cool. They do think that dinosaurs have a descendant in the, in birds, which is kind of interesting. But that one looks pretty good, so we'll put him back on our little thing there. He does stand up pretty good. All right, next one up in here. This is the Hummer H1, just the regular Hummer H1 in Ingen. This is from, originated from, I think, Jurassic Park 2, which is the crew that kind of came in to clean things up, if I remember correctly. R28 on this guy does have a very nice metallic but matte finish gray to it, which looks pretty good. We have seen this particular deco a couple of times before. You'll see this one is dated L25, maybe L35, maybe L05. That print didn't come all through that great, but it is the exact same finish as this guy. The original on the top, it is a little bit less dark. It's a little bit lighter than this current one, but it is the exact same version, same wheels, same print on the side, which looks decent. But we also got another version of this. This was released in a single pack, if I remember correctly. You'll see this does have a gray window insert rather than black. And then it does have a nice gloss gray metallic finish to it, which is significantly different than the rest of them. Still has Ingen on the side. This particular one is dated L21. So we got this guy first, then this guy right here. And now we got this guy right here in the 5-pack. So we'll put our two original Hummers up at the top, put our new Hummer at the bottom. We also have this one. This is a single pack. This is a modified version of the H1 Hummer specifically for Jurassic World. And what is different about it? Well, it gets a push bar in the front, which looks good. It looks pretty good. It's kind of big. Maybe a little bit too wide, but I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of an interesting addition. There is the deets on the bottom. You see they just pretty much just modified the casting. R25, it is a flat army green, kind of a satin matte kind of finish. Mud on the side looks pretty good. However, we have seen that particular deco before. It is not new. This is the original one here on the top. Again, quality of prints with the mud. Yes, the mud's different, but you're just going to have quality of prints, although the one on the top is a little bit darker green. You can kind of see that on the camera. So it kind of comes through a bit. It is darker green for sure. Flipping these around to the other side. Again, same deets, nothing fancy. And then we'll take a look at the base. Original one on the top, the new one on the bottom. No differences between the two. It looks pretty good. So this one, M10. M10. So throw that guy up there. There we go. Put our other Hummer down here. All right. Number 18 again. So we've already gone over 18. So we've gotten this 3 times. 3 times they gave us number 18. So we got it in the other 5-pack. We got it in the single. And now we got it in this 5-pack. You know, Mattel, you're killing us. You're killing us. You're just absolutely killing us. So we'll just kind of put him off to the side. Now, a casting that we have not seen, and as a matter of fact, this casting's only ever been seen 1 time in its entire life. This is a licensed casting. This is a Unimog. This is a Unimog U1300, as you can see. Very, very tunified. You see the Mercedes-Benz logo there in the front. Does have some reinforced glass in there. Looks pretty good. There is an interior in there, but it is part of this part here. This does have a removable piece that comes off the back, which is kind of cool. Put a dinosaur in there or whatnot, and you can capture them. Just snaps onto it. Nothing fancy. It does say Ingen on the side. But we have seen that guy before, which is right here. So I'll just go ahead and I'll snap this one on the top. There you go. This is the original version. L48 is the date code on the bottom. So our new one will be on the bottom. You see there is a significant color difference between the cages. Probably doesn't show up on the camera all that well, but I assure you the color of the cages is significantly different. Also, what is significantly different is the interior piece. This gray or green piece here is significantly different between the two. That you can definitely see on the camera. The Ingen print is the same. Wheels are the same. Foil print on the wheels are the same. The green is pretty close. The original one is probably a little bit darker. Kind of shows up on the camera. So kind of interesting. And of course, this is our new one, R28. Of course, is the base code. We'll throw him there. This one, you do have to take the back section off because he doesn't quite fit. And that's kind of how you have to just roll it in there. So usually what I'll do is, there we go. We'll just put it in there just like that. All right, very last 5-pack for this particular part is this one right here, which is a doozy. This one was pretty nice when it came out. This is the Transport Trackers. Comes with, of course, 2 brand new castings in the Ford F-150 and this Striker motorbike. So we're just going to go ahead and get this guy cracked open. Pull that out. There we go. Throw him down. Very, very nice to get a different version of Jeep. These are from the original Jurassic Park, or before Dominion, whatever movie came out before Dominion. These ones are pretty cool. The top piece is removable, which is pretty cool. Very, very nice feature. I do like that a lot. It gives that definitely 90s flair to it. Just snaps in there. It is tanned. And then, of course, it does have a blueprint around the roll bar, which is pretty good. And all that good stuff. Now, you may be like, wow, that's pretty cool. Well, don't fret. We have seen this before. We've actually seen it twice before. So this one right here, dated L29. So this is the battle damage version. You'll see this guy is kind of scuffed up and dirty and whatnot. So that's super, super cool. Nice to have a different version. They are both unit number 8. So no difference other than that. But it is nice to have that. Definitely different print for the shield logo on the door, though. You'll see that the top one has a white over blue, and then the bottom one has a gray over blue. So very interesting to that aspect. So we'll throw that Wrangler down for now. And then, yes, we did see a clean version before. That is this guy right here. So, again, no difference. Looks like the tint on the canopies are the same, which is shocking. Silvers are the same between the two. These ones do have the exact same print for that logo. It looks pretty good. Unfortunately, there's just no difference between the two of them. Exactly the same. It's just really, really frustrating to get so many models just to have them all be the exact same. This guy never got any front or rear deco print on it. This original one dated L08. This is the OG release right here. And then, of course, now we do have this new one here in R32. So throw those guys down there. This one, L08. This one, those two. are brand new. I have 2 more rows above there. It's off the camera. We'll get to that. All right, so another Velociraptor. This one in a kind of a goldish brown color. Does have some printing on the back. Its eyes are not done up like the original one, so no print on the eyes. But still kind of cool. Just get another color version for the Velociraptor. Oh, it reached so far back there. It's so far back there. All right. Very, very exciting here. This is a brand spanking new casting. This is the first time that I'm actually holding this casting because I haven't cracked any of these yet. This is the brand new 1985 Ford F-150 pickup. Does have Ford embossed on the back. Looks very, very good. This one looks like it has a little bit of a casting flaw on the top here. Maybe some, there we go, some residue, but we're good. It does have a tan kind of cream color on the side. Just a F-150 right there, which is really nice. Chrome base. Looks super, super good. Nice print on the front end, which is not expected, but a very, very nice surprise. Headlights and turn signals done up. And of course, the Ford logo looks really good. There is the super chrome base. 1985 Ford F-150, man number 1274 R32. But we did get this guy in a single pack, which is right here. So we're going to see if there's any difference between the two. So we're going to crack him open. So this is a brand new casting, so nothing original to compare to, but just taking a look at the side, the colors are exact, prints are exact, the details are exact, logo is exact. I mean, just it's perfect. I mean, they're probably made right with each other. Same prints on the front exactly between the two. Same embossment on the back. Same interior, all that good stuff like that. So the two base codes, it looks like the top one is R38, the bottom one is R32. So just 6 weeks apart on those two. So we'll probably just end up keeping one of those because really is no reason to keep the other one. All right, we're going to move on to the Striker motorcycle. This is a brand spanking new casting. I thought maybe this pack might come off. Doesn't look like it. So that pack does not come off. This one in black wheels with a army green body. There is some print on the front for a LED headlight. And of course the handlebars are a separate piece from the body. It is mainly metal though. So you just have plastic on the backpack stuff here and plastic on the handlebars. So that looks pretty good. It's actually a really, really nice bike. Not meant to stand up whatsoever. There's no stand, there's no kickstand, there's no nothing. And then of course this other version, which is pretty nice because they are both brand spanking new versions, is called the Speed Striker, to be specific. So we'll get this guy cracked out. There we go. Get him pulled out of there. Chink. Get some cardboard out of here. Get some plastic out of here. So this is the single pack version. Does have the chrome wire wheels on there. Little print for the engine, just like the previous one. This one just in red, which looks really nice. Different color for the backpack as well. Different color for the handlebars. Still has print for the windshield or the headlight. Looks pretty good. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of like your wilderness version. It's kind of like your street version. So those are pretty cool. So we'll throw those right there. All right, very last model in this 5-pack is this behemoth. This is actually called the Armored Action Truck. So this one in blue, like all blue. This is a brand spanking new version. So very, very nice to get another brand new version on this one. Didn't expect that, but it is definitely, definitely welcome. We have seen this one also in the single pack twice. So this came out in the very last case, the RS case, which is an exact reissue of the one that came out in the initial wave. That came out late 21, early 2022, which is this one, which is this guy right here. So this is the 2021 or whatever wave. You'll see the base deets here. That is P52. So right at the end of 2021. So, and then this one right here at the bottom, that is R38. So more than halfway through the year, they decided to make more. They are the exact same though, same prints, same colors, same wheels, same foil print, same all that stuff like that. However, the original OG version of that deco is this one. On the very top, you see that it does have completely different blue for the foil print on the wheels. The finish is a little bit less metallic on the original one. You can see that on the top. This original one was dated, looks like K49. You see that date code in there, K49. So that is the original. These guys are a little bit difficult to get up in the top, so I'll just kind of leave these ones down for now. But no difference on this one. However, this guy, brand spanking new deco, looks very, very good. Has lots of battle damage on it, which is pretty nice. And of course, you just put your dinosaurs in the back. I always thought this was a pretty beefy casting. I do think this is pretty cool. So pretty happy about that. So throw that guy down there. So that is part number 1. Yes, it is ridiculous. Part number 2, I have 2 more 5-packs plus all the singles that were not in 5-packs. And then, of course, we'll probably crack this guy open. Very interesting to have found that. That's very, very interesting. Very cool. So we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. LevelM. Cheers.